This feels appropriate. Get some Shovel Knight music in. I have no water. Have to get some here in a little bit. You ever just read something that just makes you just tired? Just makes you go, maybe this isn't worth it. Maybe just shut it all down. Fuck it, who cares? For those wondering, Soku Chris's Twitter. Go check his thread on Ryder being brought stateside. If you're like me, you just feel tired after reading it. Especially the part where somehow a 15-year-old TV show that is so fucking irrelevant to anyone that is not a part of this fandom that they probably could not name it if you gave them 20 fucking tries is somehow dictating how Ryder is brought over to the States. It is baffling to my mind that I can only feel it is some sort of petty, executive, dickish bullshit that I just have no desire to deal with. Anywho, hey. We're gonna play some Vampire Survivors before we talk Armada. Armada's gonna be a hoot, folks. But yeah, we're gonna play some Vampire Survivors. I'm gonna... Where'd everything go? Thank you. You know what? Sure. Oh, dear. Ow. We're not doing pentagram. Duplicator will take. Because that we need that to upgrade this new weapon of ours. I might need to turn down the sound. Not that low. Wow, I can't even hear the game then. In between? Because the bass blastering sound effects might be a little too loud. That's better. But yeah, I'm tired after reading that. I'm just like, bang my head into the wall. Why can't this be simpler? Why must this be some complicated money bullshit that is just so fucking stupid and dumb? I hate it. I'm gonna get lightning ring now. Ow. Whoa! Okay. They are very upset with me. So we're on this map looking for a very specific enemy. That once we kill it, we'll be able to unlock it and play as him. That's why we're on this bridge map. Ow. I like spinach, please. Thank you. I like to just keep walking. Also like some wall chicken, please. Thank you. You know, Rune Tracer wouldn't be a bad idea on this map. It's close quarters enough that, like, Rune Tracer would bounce around a ton. Ow, 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 ow. Good thing we got a revive. I'm sure there's a lot of experience behind us. It probably is. I really don't want Minor Wand. I don't care for Fire Wand. That we can definitely use. Target him, we gotta move. Eh. Now that when we're dead again. And yeah, we're dead for good. Alright, we might need to wait. Anything else power the weapon up? No. Just this one. Okay. We don't really need Snow Mask. Banish it. For now. Get it out of rotation. I will take one. Lightning Ring and Garlic probably the last two weapons we'll pick up for this run. We will pick up Duplicate Ring now. Spinach for the damage buff. Over. Get cross upgraded. Wand. Super Clear also upgrades our new weapon for this character. Say anything? Actually, are we missing anything? And we can get Wand upgraded, we can get Cross upgraded, get... Okay, we can't get Rune Tracer upgraded, we don't have armor. Okay, that's the one I'm missing. Armor's not... Yeah, it's not on this one. There's chest. Get it. I kind of hang out here, pick up some experience. Ow. Ow. Damage buff, please. Thank you. I don't want to grab that yet. I want it, but I need the extra slots. I can't get the red one. It's out of my range. Okay. Get that run? Yes. Need that. Hope the game would be nice enough to give us garlic. Oh. Three bounces sounds good. Garlic, there we go. Would really like armor game at some point. So I can pick up this attractor, so I can actually get a lot of this experience I'm not able to reach. Oh, okay. It's just gonna be uncooperative game, aren't we? Ah, it's not. Ah. Can't get it. It's not. Come on, game. Armor. 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 Those are armor. So maybe start banishing things. I'll start banishing things again until we get it. Don't think I won't, game. Ah, shit. Fortunately, that means no attractor for us. We're just gonna have to go without it, because I accidentally touched it. Oh well, we've got luck, so we'll probably hit one of the orb things. Eventually. Now we pretty much just hold right until we run into this boss that we need to kill. Make sure I don't miss one. That's out upgraded. And we've underwent a form change, so I guess we're also moving faster now, so that's fantastic. That'll get us closer to the boss. Or get us to the boss faster. Oh, there he is. Hello, friend. We require your death. So you may join us. Oh, there's the card box back there. We'll get to it eventually. Hey, we got him. Got the Oni. Now let's go get that box. I had Pekka 4, we'd be getting all that experience, but we don't, so I can't. Instead, we'll stand right here, because that should let me get it all. And the next, when the clock hits 14, I believe. Should do it at the 14-minute marker, because it will do it every 2 minutes, regardless of, I think, of when it... on the even 2-minute mark. So it should be like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, regardless of when you pick it up, I think. We'll see. Yep. Really? I still can't grab it. No. Well, experience consolidates into smaller and smaller forms, so hopefully it'll be in a smaller form when it decides to come back around. Yeah, the Heaven Sword. I'm actually gonna come down here, because then all the experience in, like, the top half of the circle should be in a better range for us. So yeah, wait a minute or so. Or was actually just sitting around? Surprisingly, this build's keeping a lot of things away from us. Nothing can really get in range, and we're not even got Garlic, like, fully leveled up. Or we don't even have any or most of our weapons, like, fully evolved yet. This is the only problem with bridge maps, that if you don't have attractor, you're kind of fucked. Because I have attraction, like, baseline attraction up as high as it can with my upgrades and stuff. And like, as you can see, our range is just atrocious. Oh, I have Ring Tracers just stuck in the cubby hole with me because of the angle. And now we have no future stuck in the cubby hole with us. So yeah, wait the 18-minute mark. Oh, good. we're a little locked down at the moment. We kind of have to scoot along because the swords very much are getting through our defenses now. Get the roulette music from Duels to the Roses. Oh! Hi, Death. How you doing? I didn't know you came in at 20. That's fine. Wait, what? A hidden lightning ring every 8 levels maxes out at 6 lightning rings. It also fires when losing. Jesus! Bejeebus. Yeah, just missing 3 things. Alright, so we got that one. We will go back to library. That's a nice, easy to get all of our stuff leveled up in. You know what? We'll go Bayo strats and get the guns. Oh, tractor. Okay. We might go wander in that case as well. Speaking of a tractor, thank you for getting that early. So we just leave a bunch of shadow clones that deal damage to enemies if they touch them. Good to know. I wonder what the upgraded one would do. This weapon's just lead characters directly into weapon. Oh, nothing goes off if we're not moving. So this character wants to move. That is very much against my normal playstyle in this game. We're gonna have to keep that in mind, that we cannot stop moving, otherwise just nothing is firing. Oh, and it freezes enemies. When they get touched, if they don't die immediately. This is a pretty good weapon. Just the character just being like, hey, if you're not moving, I'm not going to do anything is a very just like, kind of thing to deal with in this game. It's not what I'm used to. Oh, our shadow clones. All the shadow clones. The shadow clones being solid means if you're going in like if you're staying in like a circular area, you're kind of like giving yourself kind of a buffer. Alright, what do I need at the moment? I can fire one. We can get Empty Tome, but we can get it on the map, so we're not super after that. Picking up Lightning Ring would be nice at the moment. Speaking of, game was nice to us right there. Keep leveling up Bayonetta guns. I was working my air conditioning at the moment. Okay. Really use another chest with a weapon. Unlock. There's gun upgrade finally. We almost died there. That was not good. Hey, got the weapon upgrade. Oh, now they just go out and start, like... Oh, they pull aggro. Oh. Interesting. Oh my god. That's a little nutty that, like, now the game is just like, wait, which one do I target now? And actively is like choosing different targets. Oh, this that made the game a little nuttier now. Let's say I want these chests, please. Thank you. Yeah, sure. Am I covered on upgrades at the moment? Yeah, besides picking up empty tome for Wand, which I should really be going and look to pick that up eventually. I don't want Tome, because I want other stuff. I can pick up Tome as an extra. That's... Lightning Ring upgraded? I'm missing one gun upgrade. And then that should evolve. Good. You should give us a chest, please. Give me a chest. Give me a chest. Oh, so even bosses. I thought the boss wasn't getting confused. Just going after me, but no. Of course, water upgrades. Thanks. Yeah, candelabra. Because we'll pick up garlic, because the garlic would be really good for this since we're having to run around so much. Give us a nice buffer. Really not gonna give me guns at all. Fuck off, game. I know you won't give me a chance, you give me a leg, as always. Speaking of. Finally! There we go. Alright, now we're getting a little bit more untouchable. I haven't passed that up yet. There it is. I thought I heard rain for a second. I was just like, is it raining? And then I hear it is. I take off my headphones for a little bit. It's like, oh, it is raining. It's raining pretty good. Yeah, I wish there was a little bit more damage on this. That way we could just hold right or left and just walk forever and just see how long the game. Okay, so we can just hold into a wall, and that would work just as well. It's just registering stick movement, not necessarily movement in general. Also, hello.
Hello.
This character apparently doesn't have cooldown, they just have intervals that the attacks go off of if you move. And apparently it's off stick movement and not actual physical movement of the character. That I have just now found out. Because I am holding the stick up into the wall, and everything is going on. Because if I let go, half my attacks stop working. But now that I'm holding up, my other attacks are working again. Which is so weird that that's a thing for this character.
Also, I more than likely will be joining you Thursday.
Got set up?
Yep.
Nice.
The only thing is I don't remember, did you do any of the cutscenes before actually getting to the final area, or...
I am in the final area, so I've done the introduction cutscene and stuff to Area 0.
Okay.
I am...
So then that is literally all I need to do. I couldn't remember if you did or not, so I'm like,
Yeah, I'm physically in the area after everyone was just like, I'm going to take the lead with Mirai Dawn, and everyone else hopped on, and I got dragged along until I took the wheel. Also, I found out today that there's apparently wrong warp tech in Scarlet and Violet. Like, ever so slightly.
doesn't surprise me.
And also...
I also realized that, you know, it's probably a good thing they realized the one thing that could have been a really funny glitch. You can technically get to the elevator to go down in the crater early.
Yeah. You could probably just hop over the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got in there to start with for the cutscenes and stuff, is I flew in over the wall.
I found that out because I happened to see it when I got up high after finishing the Elite Four.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, wait a minute. Can you really just go over there? Yeah, you can, but you can't actually do anything. And even if you fall in, it still respawns you at the last spot you were on the ground.
Oh, have you tried doing the super speed flight?
I have not.
Okay, I tried before stream last week, and I could not get it. I couldn't get the timing down for some reason. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was just dropping an input or what, but...
I don't think it's so much... I don't think it's so much a timing thing, is that it's a very small window.
Right.
Like, frame determined kind of deal.
Yeah, I just couldn't get redeployed. For some reason. Because I would be able to...
I feel like that's coming down to the optimization with the game.
Yeah.
Which, oddly enough, is working to stop a bug. That's one of the weird times that I'm like, you know, their lack of optimization might have actually just stopped this one speed glitch.
I also saw that apparently speedrunners are utilizing old N64 tech of look at the ground, look at the sky, as long as it's not on screen, it is called out, and it makes the game run better.
Oh god, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Uh-huh. You gotta love old N64 speed tech. Still useful to this day.
Because that's the other thing that I noticed. The frame rate for the game doesn't chug near as bad when you're gliding through the air.
Yeah.
Because the Pokemon won't spawn until you get close enough to the ground to actually land on them.
Yep. Also, apparently Scarlet is the preferred speed game over Violet, because apparently Mirai Dawn has some particle effects that cause lag.
Doesn't surprise me.
That might be part of the
Also,
reason why.
also accidentally picked superior version for speedrun.
But will you actually speedrun the game?
Nope.
Fair.
I pretty much am picky when it comes to speedruns. It needs to be for noob level at least like a 2 hour or less kind of deal.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not doing it because that is way too much time to just tie up in it. It's one of those. I don't have a problem watching some of the Pokemon speedruns, but it's mostly because of the fact that I can walk away from it and come back later.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing can be said with Final Fantasy games. That is probably the two franchises that I will never touch speedrun wise.
Yeah. Speaking of, what is?
I might screw around with like some of the tech and stuff, but that as far as actively speedrunning, no.
I was curious what the current times are. And I'll show them on stream. Because there's also something else I want to show on stream. Oh, that's not the right one. There's the right one. That may or may not have got me a little upset. Because I was just like, this is so stupid, I hate it. I hate that this is an actual thing.
Yeah, see, like right there, that just completely, what you're showing right there kills it for me.
Yeah, I believe that is 80%, that is all 4 stories, but there is the individual stories, which is far less.
Okay, but here's the problem. Both the Path of Legends and the Starfall Street will still require you to do some kind of something to allow the higher levels.
Alright.
Meaning you will, to a certain degree, still have to do gyms. It might not be big, but it would be some. So that would be. I'm actually going to pull it up because that would be the question. Like, are they treating it as pure from the start, meaning you could go and do all the gyms and then start the run? Or is it a case of it's from new game concept? Because if it's from new game, then you're still going to be doing some of the you're still going to be doing some of the gyms. Otherwise, you're going to be way under leveled by the time it's said and done. Also, I love the fact that it has been so long that I now have to get the code because two-factor authentication is a piece of crap.
Oh, so this does timing from getting Bike Friend to completing that individual story. So you do a save file prep.
Oh, you do, yeah. You would do a save file prep where. Okay, yeah, literally to the first time of going to the school.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to make sure. But see that's where the problem is. Because you would have to, I would think you would have to do at least a couple of the gems to not be super under leveled.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could probably type advantage your way for a lot of the fights. I know I'm wanting to say I was actually right on par level wise for most of the Titans, and type advantage was enough to almost one shot every one of them. So I don't think that was the big thing, was the levels kind of deal.
I'm skimming through. Uh, Orf Jin's
So
run.
you might can get away with a couple, but I would think just because of the fact of the levels of the Titans, the farther you get, you would have to do something. Otherwise, you're going to have your Pokemon not listen to you.
All right.
Also, if the same thing wasn't for the Starfall route, I would possibly be on board with that one. But since it's the same with it, I'm like, eh.
Yeah, it doesn't show him going to any gym.
I just don't get how you would pull that off.
I don't know. So this is what made me a little upset earlier. So Toku Chris did a thread on Twitter talking about Ryder being brought stateside and essentially breaking it down to, hey, Toei doesn't want to spend money. They essentially want to go, oh, you want to adapt Ryder? You want to put it on DVDs and Blu-rays? You want to simulcast it? You got to pay us a lot up front for just that show and all this other stuff. And if you lose money, it's coming out of your wallet, not ours. But this right here, this drives me nuts. This is some asinine fucking thinking. Not on Chris's part, mind you. I'm not insulting him, but on Toei's part. This is some asinine ass thinking. That this right here is fucking real. This drives me nuts. This pisses me off to no end. For those that can't see it on stream, the failure of Saban's Master Rider and Kamen Rider Dragonite, especially Dragonite, almost guarantees Kamen Rider remains in its current state in the US. That.
I think they put the wrong words after especially, but sentiment's not wrong.
Do you know how old Dragonite is at this point?
Sentiment's not wrong because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Master Rider, no. and let's be fair, Dragon Knight was one of those that was good for its time, but it is definitely not aged well.
Alright.
And I feel like that's something that most rider shows don't really hit. They don't feel like they're set in a certain era kind of deal. That one had a lot of those mannerisms for the time it came out, and it's like, yeah, I think the especially Dragon Knight part should have been took out of it or changed to especially Mask Rider, but sentiment is kind of there.
I'm just so annoyed that somehow a 15-year-old show is dictating how Toei is deciding that the writer is being treated right now in terms of bringing it over stateside when there is not a fucking casual soul in existence that will name Dragon Knight if you asked him to name 20 writer shows. They won't even attempt to name Dragon Knight in that conversation.
Here's the other problem, though, and why I kind of feel like they've got the right sentiments there.
Mm-hmm.
Masked Rider was a flop, but Dragon Knight also failed on the promotion side of things.
Yeah, Dragon Knight failed financially. Like, I am not
I'm
disagreeing
not
with
even
any.
meaning financially.
Yeah.
I'm meaning just on the promotional side of things. It don't even matter if it made money or broke even kind of deal. For the simple fact of what you just said. Most people would not even think to mention Dragon Knight.
Fuck, most people in this fucking fandom won't even think to mention Dragon Knight if you ask them for 20 writer shows.
That right there is the problem. It wasn't promoted enough to where anything could accomplish. So I kind of can see their point of like, we've had two no's. Maybe let's not try a third.
Right, but like, it's dictating everything about bringing over writer stateside. Not just adaptation, everything. Like, just bringing over, like, the shows on Blu-rays, DVDs, and streaming and all that. Like, that, it's still dictating dictating how Toei is treating the franchise internationally. That is asinine, in my opinion. Of them, mind you. That a 15-year-old failure of a show is dictating everything. Like, really? Really? You're letting that show dictate how you do business? This 15-year-old ass show that I'm sure some of your executives are like, wait, what the fuck was Dragon Knight again? I'm sure there's some people in charge that are just like, wait, we did that?
I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you, but there's a lot of odd thinking, especially when we're dealing with Japanese stuff and giving it to the rest of the world.
I know.
I mean, even if you kind of step outside of the TV realm, Nintendo did the same thing with SMB2.
Yeah.
The exact same thing. Oh, we made a game too hard. Let's give a dumb one for everyone else.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of people liked that, and it probably did better.
Mhm.
But it was still that case of they decided to do it their way.
Yeah.
And is it a smart move? No. But I understand the business decision of let's not try it again.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it, but also it is incredibly, in my opinion at least, fucking cowardice to hide behind a 15-year-old show and not want to, like, truly attempt to do stuff and just be like, nope, nope, we gotta have all the money up front. Because fucking most businesses aren't gonna fucking agree to that bullshit. Or most businesses aren't gonna be like, oh yeah, we'll totally give you, like, $20 million up front for fucking Gaim so we can, like, sub it and, put all of our money on the table and on at risk for getting this show out the door. And got the check up front, and checked out.
But here's the thing. We'll never actually see any company over here decide to do that
Mm-hmm.
for one simple reason. What the heck is Kamen Rider? It looks like a watered down version of Power Rangers.
Yeah. It also doesn't help the Power Rangers is not doing very well at the moment. Hasbro don't know what the fuck to do with it.
But it's a case of because of that, and because it is flopping now, I don't think anyone would ever see that as even a remotely potential gamble.
Yeah.
Even though between the two, it's the superior option, but
Yeah, that's why I say it's fucking cowardice. Or, the even worse one of, oh, we don't want this to work at all, so we're just gonna charge exuberant amounts of money so that, like, no one will actually fucking do this. Like, no one will call this bluff and pay us all this money for this. And even if they do, oh, look, we got all this money up front. Well, guess we come out
I'm,
on top on this.
I'm almost thinking, though, that they're probably more trying to see how dedicated everyone is to it.
I'll tell you this, you keep up this bullshit, even the most dedicated people are gonna tell you to fuck off.
And I mean, that could be part of their goal. They might either be like, okay, we're either going to keep pushing until they walk away, or we're going to keep pushing until we finally decide, wait a minute, we're making money off of them now. Why don't we just make it easier and make more money?
Hmm.
The other problem that I get the funny film is happening. Yes, most subgroups are perfectly fine with walking away from doing it as a fan sub project and letting an official one take place.
Yeah.
Not all of them will be.
Hmm.
So they can't really forcibly try to make money off of something when you still got someone that's going to do it for free right behind your back. And that's the bad thing. When it's TV properties, that's fine. Toei doesn't have a TV channel over here. So unless they partner with someone, they kind of don't really have a way to firmly stand on the you have to take that down or else.
Right.
Because, the governments of the world never were smart enough to, think of the thing called the internet.
I
If it don't exist in a physical form in front of them, it don't exist.
just feel like I care about Ryder getting brought stateside and, being out there because it'll make it more accessible to other people. But we don't get that and don't want to make it more accessible to people and just keep selling shit to us. We're just like, oh, we'll buy this because, maybe this will get it. Maybe the next one will be more accessible to other people and stuff. But, like, no. Because, again, Super Aya's over here getting Ultraman out the door, left, right, and center, getting it in fucking people's hands, and casual people's hands, and they're introducing them to what the fuck Ultraman is, left, right, and center, and it's just like, oh, look at Super Aya doing all the right things, and it's like, why can't we have that? Why can't it be that simple with Rider and Sentai? Why is Toei gotta be so fucking butthurt about a 15-year-old fucking show? That it's gotta take fucking dragging them kicking and screaming into the fucking, not even the modern age, fucking 2010 and getting shit international.
I almost don't even think that it's because of a 15-year-old show.
I'm sure.
I really kind of feel like it's because they're seeing the downfall of Power Rangers. And it might have too much of a risk.
I'm sure.
It might be that risk outweighs the reward. Yeah, they could get it in more people's faces, but if they did it with a new one, then they're definitely losing money. If they do it with an old one, they're not losing as much money, but they're still losing if it don't succeed. Plus, the toys aren't around to try to repurpose to resell. It's one of those, it's a dangerous cycle because case in point, if they went and said, okay, we're going to do Gaim in the States, how many of them toys are probably still in a warehouse anywhere? With that kind of an older show, it would basically be a redo of everything else that they would need to be selling with it.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if maybe it's that risk outweighs the reward on this one.
I'm sure it does. I'm just...
Because if Power Rangers is already going downhill, they toss their hat in the ring with the new thing, and it fails, then they're already going to be losing because they're going to be benchmarking more product to try to sell with it over here. Plus all the airtime and everything.
Yeah.
If they try to do an older show that they've made money off of, then it starts cutting into the profits from there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lose-lose situation. The best way they could actually try to do something like that would be really just try to one at a time bring some of the movies over. Yeah, that seems counterproductive to not have the shows, but that's really about the only decent way of pulling that off.
Yeah. I guess I'm just very annoyed because it's like, well, I don't get the DX stuff, and that's 90% of what they bring over. So, like, I have no interest in that, them bringing that stuff over, and really don't want to spend the money on it. The Soto stuff has apparently just failed because they've not brought over another set, and they keep discounting the ones they have brought over hard. Oof. And Shoto seemingly has just vanished from bringing over stateside, because it was just like the one random Shoto O set that I think was... I forget which one it was. The Shoto O10? Yes. It was this set. Had a US release. Or has a US release. That should be coming out this month. Because it's already out in Japan. As you see,
you're trying to show anything, then nothing is being shown.
My bad, I forgot I transitioned. This set. My bad. I forgot to transition back. But yeah, it's this set that's being brought over stateside, and like I think it's the only one. They haven't bothered to try to tell us about another one, even though there is a Shoto 011. I think currently scheduled. I have to check the calendar. I think we have Shoto 011 already. Yeah. Shoto 11's already announced. But we just don't have a US release for it. And you can see what's in Shoto 010. It's Nazca and Masquerade from Double, Arc 01 and Zaya from 01, Alien Evolved, White Wizard, and the Ghoul from Wizard. And then 011 is Weather, Eternal, Birth, Yummy, Uva, Spectre, and our Nazca. But yeah, this apparently, I guess this hasn't really done a whole lot in terms of pre-orders and stuff because they haven't announced another one. So, like, Candy Story stuff isn't just happening. And I'm just like, well, that's the only thing I really collect. So, like, if that's not getting brought over stateside, I guess I'm not financially providing or financially helping there. Which means the only way I'm really helping is buying the physical Blu-rays. And that seems to just come out whenever. No hype, no major deal, just like, well, here's a set. It comes out in like 2 months. Especially because, again, trying to get these shows officially released is like fucking pulling teeth. Anyway, you ready to transition?
I guess so.
Do you have an image for the show?
Maybe, but I don't have another thing set up, so 1 second.
I figured I'd ask.
Forgot to put the title.
Ah. I also forgot the big dashboard, so 1 second.
Uh-huh. So I wasn't the only one then.
Yep.
Also, you forgot to update the file name for the notes until recently.
I just did, yeah.
Yeah.
I also forgot to put in all the episode titles.
Yeah.
Now the dashboard's up to date.
Also, the notes are very small. It doesn't help that not a whole lot got done in these.
Don't we have the same exposition 3 times in these 4 episodes?
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, that'd be part of the reason why.
And when did this show come out again, by the way?
2002.
That explains why it really felt very like late 90s kind of show.
Well, I will also point. Well, we'll talk about it more once we get to the show itself. Just save that for the show. Save it for the show.
That's the only thing I wanted to say about that, because I was like, yep, I was getting that, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of deal with this. But I'm good now.
Alright, I'm gonna take the stream now. We'll be right back with TGSR for the week, folks. Stay tuned.